Extinction Rebellion! My name is Scarlett and I'm 11 years old. I have come here today to talk about three heartbreaking subjects. The sixth mass extinction, climate collapse and the amount of single-use plastic that my school uses. We as humans have destroyed 60% of everything in my father's lifetime. Not just forests, not just life in the oceans, and not just animals, but 60% of everything within our biosphere. There are species my parents saw that I will never see in the wild. We are losing 200 species a day. The rate of extinction that has happened over the last 100 years would normally have taken 10,000. The reason I know so much more about climate collapse than my friends at school is because of my father. He likes to tell me about it so I understand what could happen in my future. My school and teachers know about some of the issues, as we have asked, but they are doing nothing to teach us about it. We need climate collapse and our potential extinction to be at the heart of every lesson and every action the school makes. But at the moment it is nowhere. The amount of single-use plastic my school uses is absolutely horrifying. There are mountains and mountains of plastic piling up in the bins at the end of break and lunchtime. They are full of single-use knives and forks, containers, plastic bottles and sheets. This is because it is cheaper for the school to buy these items than it is for them to pay for somebody to wash the metal cutlery. In one of my classes, we are taking a trip to the city centre. It is only a mile's walk and my teachers have decided to make us use a coach. They are doing this because it is apparently safe for us. Not truthfully. The coach will damage our little lungs for practically the rest of our lives. Also, walking won't emit any carbon into the atmosphere, whereas getting a coach would. So much for being safe. The BBC are not covering this terrible situation enough. Earlier yesterday, I was speaking to one of my teachers and I told her that I was coming to speak at the Extinction Rebellion protest. She said well done to me and that she was thankful that I was doing it, and I explained to her why I was doing it, and she replied to me with, "That is a really good thing to be doing, as the BBC are very biased towards their own beliefs." I love the BBC and I love to watch the programmes that they put on their television channels. I particularly enjoy watching the programmes about wildlife, but to save the wildlife we all love so much, they need to start changing so that they can inform people of the dangers we all face within my future, within all of our futures. I would like to finish by saying that I think it would be fun and incredibly enjoyable to live to the end of my natural life.
Thank you so much, Scarlett. I think it's amazing that we're here hearing the voices of our young people. I think it's clear that Extinction Rebellion is being mirrored in the school strikes that are happening all across the world today and have been happening every Friday. So I'd like to ask another young person to come and speak to us, and I think they might give us a song. This is Asha.
Hi, my name's Asha and I'm 12 years old, and I took the time off school today to support this cause. I'm very passionate about saving the world and my future, and I wrote a song today to show how passionate I am about this. This is called If You Want to Save the World, and I'm sorry for using my phone, I only just wrote this morning, so... Have you ever wondered why
begins with me. Have you ever stopped to think it begins with you? If you wanna save the world, it starts with me, with you. If you wanna save it all, it starts with me, with you. Ooh, it starts with me, it starts with you. Ooh, it starts with me, with you. Have you ever wondered why the earth is dying and in danger? Have you ever wondered who should take the blame? Don't be a stranger. Have you ever stopped to think it begins with me? Have you ever stopped to think it begins with you? If you wanna save the world, it starts with me, with you. If you wanna save it all, it starts with me, with you. Ooh, it starts with me, with you. Ooh, it starts with me, with you. If there's love in your heart, there'll be love in your soul. If there's love in your soul, there'll be love in your home. If there's love in your home, there'll be love in the streets. If there's love in the streets, there'll be love in the world. We can sing it now. If you wanna save the world, it starts with me, with you. If you wanna save it all, it starts with me, with you. Ooh, it starts with me, with you. Ooh. If you wanna save the world, it starts with me, with you.
Thank you. To try and switch our houses, to convince our bill payer to switch to a renewable energy source. So as I listened to all the other students around me, I just heard them make fun of the idea, saying that was never going to happen, that was a joke, despite the fact that not only is it cheaper and saving their family money, but it's also saving our lives. The reason so many people my age aren't aware is because there's a veil over our eyes. It's not that they're willingly choosing to ignore it, it's that we've just become so accustomed to the idea of global warming. It's a phrase that's been thrown around since as far back as we can remember, and now it doesn't feel like something that means the end of the world in as little as 12 years. We have to act now. Every one of us has a duty to try and make sure that the people around us know what's happening, know that we've got 12 years before everything becomes irreversible. Already, the people around me have no idea. They've got something blocking them from realizing how important this climate breakdown is.
But that's not just happening with people my age. It's not just everyday people. It's also people who work at the BBC who are deciding not to broadcast about this, not to inform everyone. If they could just broadcast news about the climate breakdown that's happening right now, then people would be more aware of it. People wouldn't laugh when they get told to switch to renewable energy.
Can we get a huge round of applause for the young people all across the world who are going on school strike today? We get a huge round of applause for them.
Hi everyone, I'm Fiddle. I haven't prepared anything either, but it's just, as young people, we're the people that the climate breakdown and all the climate changes are going to affect the most. We're the people that our futures are going to be changed by this, but yet we're the people who have the least voice in this. We're the people who have the least decision-making power in what's going to happen to the world, and that's not right. And I just wanted to say that that needs to change, and that we need to be given a means of learning what's happening, learning what we can do to stop it from happening, and finding a way to all work together to a future where we can all live in a sort of ambient way with the world around us. I'd also like to say that when the government talk about youth work and youth services, the main thing they're talking about are youth violence, which is an important problem, and youth poverty, which is an important problem. But if the rates of youth violence go up by 1%, say, a certain amount of people will die, 200 extra people will die. If the rate of climate change goes up by 1%, we could all be dead in the next 12 years. It's incredibly important that we take this to our heart and decide that we want to survive and we want to make a world where we can live just as we do now, but in an ambient way with our environment.